Architectural Builder Supply is pleased to present you with this recording of the technical question that is listed in the title of this video.
This call may be monitored and recorded for quality assurance.
Oh, shoot. I think it's a 1686 concealed vertical rod panic device. I looked all around for the model number, but that's as close as I can come to the model number. But what I'm in need of is one of two things. I need to come up with a permanent solution of dogging this panic device down, and we need it more secure, meaning, do you know if that bar is able to receive a mortise cylinder to lock it down?
You have a electrified or non-electrified?
It's none. It's just a manual device.
Okay. So there is a cylinder dogging option for the 1686. I don't know if it's available as a retrofit. Let's take a look.
Okay. And I've got another option too, but I'm not sure if the device is capable of this either with the rim cylinder. Because this would solve pretty much the same. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
They don't sell a cylinder dogging mechanism as a separate product for that device. It can come from the factory with it, but not any way to retrofit a hex key dogging into cylinder dogging.
Gotcha. It looked really slimline, so I was thinking, I don't even know if that's, and I've broken them down before, but it just didn't seem like there would be enough room in there for all of that. But anyway, so the second option is, I know I have one door anyway that has the night latch rim cylinder, and I'm curious about the rotation with the cog, if there's enough to get that cylinder to rotate around enough. I don't know if you're familiar with Jackson or like a Falcon, the way that they have that pinion and cog gear, the rack that they have, you can rotate it around enough so that you can actually extract your key and, the door will remain dogged down by way of just that night latch key cylinder, whether it's on purpose or accidental if you don't set it up right. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it does. I actually believe that's proper behavior for the unit because you can do them in the linkages can be. I'm not familiar with how I would do it. I'm thinking Doramatic in my head.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. There you go.
So you can definitely buy that cam lobe assembly where you can leave it in that state. But there would be, but your device now has hex key dogging, yes?
Correct.
Okay. There's no way to do that from the exterior trim on a Kawneer as far as I know that I've ever seen.
I wasn't sure if there was enough travel in the, with the rim cylinder and I don't know what you're calling that night latch.
Yeah, but the connection is different between the two. When you do your good old fashioned dogging, you're just holding the push pad in.
Correct.
And I'm not familiar with a way to be able to do that from the outside with a key.
Yeah, essentially what, and I'm looking online, there's an electrified. I wish I had like a parts breakdown so that I could see that night latch. I wasn't sure if you had that on your site. That's kind of where I'm getting some of my information from is on your site. But do you have a parts breakdown of that night latch cylinder and it's like a rectangular discussion type, piece for the cylinder? Yeah, there you go.
I don't. They do make for the 1786, they have an exterior trim. I don't know if they do for the 16.
1786, that's the rim device. 1686 is the vertical rod. 17 is the rim. Is that right?
Yes, sir. That's right.
Okay.
686. Yeah, they do have an exterior trim for that. I don't have a parts breakdown of that. I will be happy to request one from the factory and see what we can come up with.
Yeah, man, that would be awesome because I'm kind of you know, I don't want to reinvent the wheel, and I certainly don't want to replace the device just to add this dogging. But that would be great if I could just. Can you tell me right off the top of your head, kind of paint a picture for me as to how this night latch rim cylinder and the pieces work on this 1686 device?
Well, you've got the good old-fashioned Jackson cylinder mounting pad. All that's going to do is retract your latches. The escutcheon trim with the lever, that's just going to render your lever rigid or operable. So the rotation of the lever, I don't think would permit you to put those rods in any sort of dogged condition.
I see. Yeah. So it's oh, okay. Yeah. I'm trying to remember how the Doormatic and the Jackson is. It just the cam on the backside of this. Wait a minute. So that doesn't have a rim cylinder. Does it have like a mortise cylinder for that device?
That ought to be a mortise cylinder.
Okay. Yeah. So that's definitely not going to work. What I was looking for is something with a rim, and the rim, the tailpiece goes through, catches that pinion gear, and then rotates the rack up, like on a.
Yeah, the PB5 by Doormatic, the pinion cam.
There you go. Yep. But this Kawneer doesn't have that, I guess.
No, it doesn't. It does not. No, it does not. There is. Now there are. Yeah, that's going to definitely take a mortise cylinder on the outside with that cylinder mounting pad. Well, I'm looking at the installation instructions. Doesn't give me a lot of detail on how that's going to work. But, that cylinder dogging is just going to hook the pad and keep the pad depressed. Yeah, there's some stuff here that, may allow you to understand it a little bit closer to where you'd like to get to it. So I'll send that to you, and I'll also find out if there's a parts breakdown of the trim as well. What is your email address?
It is Robbie, Robbie, SDS, that's Sierra Delta Sierra, at gmail.com.
Okay. So my name is Richard. I'm going to send you the installation instructions now. Then I'm going to request the trim parts drawing, assuming they have one available. I imagine that they have one. It's just a question of getting it.
Right.
And we'll do it. So I'll send you one email now, and I'll follow up with the rest.
Man, I sure appreciate it. I appreciate your patience and working through all that, too.
I'm with you. Sounds like you and I have tried to hijack, otherwise make things work in instances they ain't supposed to work. Lots of times. I've done all kinds of stuff like that, where there's a drill and there's a tap. There's probably a way. I've only been thwarted once in 30 years. I was trying to reverse a Sargent exit device, and I needed to be able to cast brass in order to make that happen. So that's where I drew the line.
If only you had your forge with you, right?
Yeah, but that's all I would need.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate it. Thanks again.
Sure thing, sir. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Architectural Builders Supply hopes you have enjoyed this program.